Folks, how y'all doing tonight? Come on in, come on in, come on in. I am in the studio where it all happens. No backdrop, no background image, nothing. I'm in the studio. I just want to welcome everybody tonight. I hope everybody can hear me. Welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. How you doing, Becky? Come on in, everybody. I'm going to take a little time to get the show fired up tonight because my fabulous co-host is working some overtime and she's heading back to the studio, to her studio right now to get in here and get this thing fired. So before we get this thing started, I just want to just come on and just say a few words about what today is. Today is 9/11, which as a former military member, a soldier, this is significant to me because this was basically a major terrorist attack on America. The largest. It hit us to our core. The World Trade Center, man, they were like two pillars of our greatness here in America, what it stood for. And the enemies knew that. They knew what those buildings stood for. And that's why they hit them. But throughout my journeys, I have been to the World Trade Center. I have been down to New York to the memorial. But one of my most latest and most memorable trips was when I went to Flight 93 National Memorial Site. And I went and I did all the riding around. I stopped. I read all of the, the panels and everything where they showed the flight coming in, things what happened, the timeline, the explosion, people that was taking photos from the farms. I even went out and rode a couple of the back roads just so I could just get a different perspective of, what was happening and transpiring. And I tell you, if you ever get a chance to go up and take a look at that area up there, it's touching. It's touching, folks. That's one of the reasons why I ride. That's another one of the reasons why I ride, because I want to see America. I want to see all the greatness of America and what it has to offer. And you can get a deeper sense of your surroundings when you're riding a motorcycle. You can see things, you can hear things, you can smell, you can taste. You're really in tune with all your senses when you're riding. And then when you stop and in the silence of it all, you can really just take it in. So I'm just sharing a moment with y'all right now, folks, man. I mean, you got to think about it, man. It touched America. We would never be the same. Our force posture went up. We've never de-escalated from it. And even now, terrorists are plotting and planning something against us always. And as a former military member, our threat comm. We always know FP comm, man. You always know that the enemy is out there plotting to get us. So getting this thing started tonight, just to recognize a couple of people that's coming on. I want to thank Becky Tart for joining us. I want to thank Magic Will Proverb for joining us. Proverb, we're still going to get you on the show. I know you've been out there grinding, man, but we're still going to get you on the show. Get out and explore with Reef, my brother. Good evening. We got Bolo with us. We got Michael T. King. We got my brother, Baldhead Nasty Dahuru MC. Breezy does it. Good evening. Indeed. MacGyver, 1% of TG. Much love, much respect. Always, fam. Always. Come on in, folks. Come on in. I'm happy to see everybody. Look at here. We even got Levi on, man. Come on. Where you been, sir? Where you been? Hey, man, I enjoyed that latest video that you put out. Mr. Glover, how you, Mr. Robert Govert, how you doing, sir? Out there in California. I'm killing your name, but I apologize. But hey, folks, listen, I'm just sitting here beating my guns, but I can't do this without my fabulous co-host. Let me go ahead and bring her in. Join tonight, my fabulous co-host, Dr. Remy. Let me hear it, Doc.
Hey, I'm Doctor in the building, Remy.
I love it, my sister. I love it. Welcome. Glad to have you with me tonight. Out there.
Hey, thanks for having me, KSolo.
You know it. I hear grinding with the facility. and everything. I'm super proud of you, man. Keep doing it. And like I say, I want to keep highlighting what you got going on so that we can bring more exposure to your efforts and definitely get you on the map, man. Get you pushing on what you got going on.
Absolutely.
Good deal, good deal. Crowbar, how you doing, Crowbar? Thank you, thank you, thank you. But listen, tonight, we do Trip Talk on Thursday night. And as I was riding, man, I said, you know what, Doc? I could interview all the people in the world about their rides. But I said, this ride right here, I have to just come on and just talk about it, man. I have to just come on and talk about it. So tonight, Doc, we're gonna talk about my latest ride, my Four Corners ride, which was my 10th year Fourth Corner ride, which is super special to me. It's actually my 11th year doing it, but it's my 10th year getting it verified, certified through the SCMA. And so that's why I said, man, listen, it's consistency. I tell people all the time, you have to be consistent with this. You just can't go out and just do something one time and now your greatness. Consistency with it. What makes a great quarterback a great quarterback? They can be counted on under pressure. They can be counted on knowing that they're going to get that pass down range, or they're going to be able to see the whole field. And it's consistency which makes them great. So if you're out there and you want to be in the motorcycle community and you want to be great doing what you're doing, and I always say be the best you can at whatever you do. Be the best you can. Right. Consistency. Yeah. Consistency. Stay consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get out and ride 40, 50,000 this year, get out and ride 40, 50,000 next year. Because that's your genre. That's where you're at. That's your lane. Don't come out here and have one great year and now it's greatness. It's greatness. You've opened the door. Now go through that door and continue that greatness. But listen, Doc, I'm out here beating my gums, man. You know how I am.
Hey, but listen, so you piqued my interest real quick. You said this is your 10th consecutive year participating in the Southern California Motorcycle Association's tour, right. But you did it 11 times. So you mean to tell me the first time you did it, you just did it for kicks and giggles?
I didn't know about it. That's the thing about it. I didn't know about it. So I didn't go out and register to ride the Four Corners. I looked at the map and said I wanted to ride the Four Corners of the United States, which was the farthest point. And then I had spoke to some people and they said, yeah, this is where you go. This is what you do. But I didn't register. So it was like just me wanting to get out and ride to do it.
Yeah.
And I was on a 2007 Harley Davidson Road Glide. It probably had 80,000 miles on it. And I mean, I was just like totally green with it. Totally green out there. So this is why it's so sentimental to me, man. It's like 10 years consecutively of doing the Four Corners of riding around the country. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So man,
to my understanding, you so seasoned. You 30 years of experience. You've completed this Four Corners ride, 11 times. You've covering 10,531 miles in just 2 weeks. I'm just throwing out a couple highlights, give you your flowers.
Hey, thank you, Doc. Thank you. MacGyver 1% said, good evening, Doc Remy.
Good evening.
And my guy Tone Tea Time, man. Tone Tea Time, he's been riding around the country as well consistently. And for me, man, I love it when people who I can call them and say, hey man, what are you planning next year? Where are you going next year? What's on your bucket list? And we go back and forth at it, and we pick each other brains, and we just spark each other curiosity on different rides and where we want to go. And that's what I love about it, man. That's what I love about the long distance riding community. How you doing, Bolo? Yeah, good deal. Salute, Tone Tea Time. So, Doc, I know you and Doc Jay are getting ready for your Four Corners ride.
Yeah.
So while I was out there the whole time, man, I was thinking, I was like, man, I hope they're ready for this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful ride.
Well, hey, this gonna be my second time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so the first time I got caught in a monsoon, just like you, I mean, I thought it was over for me in New York, and it was construction, and it was a two-way lane, and I had nowhere to get over. When I finally got a chance to get to a gas station, this man came to me, and I was soaked, and my heart was beating fast, and he said, "Man, girl, you held that bike up. You really know what you're doing out there." So,
Right.
so when I saw you with your picture the other day, and you said, I think you gripped the your gear off the throttle.
Man.
The throttle came off because you said you was holding on to dear life or something like that. I'm
Dog,
ready.
dog. I had been sitting down for a while, trying to get medically back right. You know what I'm saying? I've been going through some medical issues. So, I've got a little rusty. I was making rookie mistakes, and I was out there doubting myself, like, man, come on, Solo. Get back in the groove, man. Get your swagger back on this thing. But when I got caught in that rain down there in Florida, I'm telling you, it was, and we're gonna jump ahead to it because I'm telling you, man, that was probably the scariest part about the ride. It was at night, and it got real bad. It got real bad. I'm gonna bring it up. Doc, I tell you, it was the thunder and the lightning that really just
Yeah.
made me sit there and say, okay, Solo, you got to be smart about this. You can't get out there and continue to ride in the darkness, in the rain. Cars are hydroplaning. 18 wheelers are passing you, spraying you with water all in your visor. You're fogging up. You got to make a smart call, man. So that's why I went ahead and made that smart call. But I mean, I was just so tense with it that I mean, I literally the grip just broke
Uh,
the glue in there, man. It just broke the glue in there.
so I'm glad you said that because you would think, as a woman, I'm like, oh, I'm not scared to say that I was scared out there on the road or I was nervous or, something like that. But, and then sometimes maybe guys might not feel like they'll say the truth. Like, yeah, I was scared too, So I just
Right?
appreciate you saying like you were scared. Well, I don't think you said scared, but
Nah.
you.
uh, I think what it was is I think it was the fear in me. And I tell people all the time, there are certain things that happen to us that brings us back to reality, give us a reality check on things. And it definitely was a reality check on this ride. But
Right.
folks, what we're doing tonight is while Doc's getting set up, while she's getting in the house and everything like that. And Doc, you go ahead, get yourself situated. Once you get fired up, just come on back in the studio. But the thing, folks, is that when you're out there riding, you have to really just make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. You're pushing yourself. You don't push yourself beyond your limitations. You know what I'm saying? To a deadly point. It's good to ride, say we're doing 12, 14 hours of hard riding. But at the same time, if I know I can't ride at night because of visibility, I have to make that call. And when you're riding with somebody else, you have to pay attention. You have to be watching them to make that call. And that's one thing that Sharif and I was always great at. We was always great at being able to read each other. I look over there at him, he'll see me falling back or something like that, or I'll see his stop will be a little bit longer, or his speech would get a little bit slurred, and we would know. You know what I'm saying? We would know, but we were operating at a high level, such a high level that we pushed each other and made us successful on long distance riding together. But listen, folks, I'm beating my gums, and I'm going to continue to beat my gums because this was a great ride for me. Like I say, this was my 10th year riding the SCMA Four Corners, and man, it also felt good to be back in the office. If you know me, when I get up in the morning, what did I always say? Shoot it in the comments. What I always say. Here's a view from the office, man. To me, that's getting up in the morning, going to work, putting that work in, getting me a cup of coffee, getting seated in there in the saddle, and then riding it out, getting myself going. You know, that first tank of gas is really just the warm up. The tone, do you feel that? You know, Carol, when you get that first tank of gas in, that's when it just everything get loose for you. Mike, do you get that feeling like when you get that first tank of gas in, man? You know, it's always feels good when you get to rolling, and when you're off the bike for a long period of time, it feels good when you get back on the bike. And I know I was down for a while. I know I was, like I say, medically recovering, but it just felt good. And probably one of those moments that really just made me just reconnect with being out on the road when I was in the middle of nowhere. Now, I'd already been up to Maine, road to Maine, got Maine, touched in. You know, I always go up to America First Mile. I think when Gorilla Blue took his crew up there, I hit him up and I said, "Hey, Gorilla Blue, are you going to the First Mile?" And he was like, "Solo, First Mile? What First Mile are you talking about?" I'm like, "Bro, you have to go to the First Mile. If you're going to go to Key West to mile 0, you got to go to America First Mile." And sure enough, man, they went down there and he was like, it was his first time going to it. So there's a lot more to riding up to Madawaska than just going to Madawaska, going to the Fourth Corner Monument, going to Larry's one-stop gas station. Remember, America's First Mile, folks, it's a great stop. And what I would typically do is when I go up there, I would go and stay at the hotel right across the street from it. And then I would do breakfast at that little restaurant right there in front of the hotel, which has always been a great adventure. So listen, I got Doc in. Doc, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to be out that car. I've been traveling from Memphis.
Oh man, yeah. I got questions coming in, man. I got Bowler just hit me up. Did you do the ride on Oak? Yes. And this was kind of like what I was calling my legacy ride, my legendary ride, because I went out on a 2009 Harley Davidson Road Glide with over 100, and I think she had 90, almost 200, almost 192,000 miles on her when I took her out there. Now you got to sit there and say, you going out on a bike with 192,000 miles? Yes. And I was prepared for whatever happened, for whatever came, whatever was thrown at me, we were going to deal with it. We were going to endure it. You know, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. But I got to say this, the bike did not give me a single issue. The only major issue was when the grip came off when I was in the storm.
Mm-hmm.
The motor was strong. And I did wear the tire out. We do remember that. I did wear a tire. I did have to change out a tire, but you know, it was good though. It was good. It was good to ride that bike. I really got back in tune with riding a not say a solid or a rigid frame bike, because it's not. It was on, you know, suspension. But you know, Jay Bird had went through the bike, had did all the mechanical stuff with it, made sure it was good and solid, put new tires on the bike prior to going out. And yeah, man, it just felt real good going out on that 09 Road Glide, Bolo. And yeah, A-Boogie, good old orange. That bike was initially orange when I bought it. That bike was orange, blue, then black. Oh, man. But yeah, we're going. I want everybody to come on in, folks. Come on in. We got people coming in, still coming in. But look, we got a special one coming on. So while I was out there, Doc, can you hear me, Doc?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. While I was out there, and I just got to get this off now, I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Okay.
It's like epiphany. I was riding, and I swear I was in the middle of nowhere, and I just happened to look up, and the sun reflected in my eyes, and I seen some other riders on the left-hand side in oncoming traffic. And man, I swore, I was like, that's got to be Scooter. And I didn't know where he was at.
Wow.
And so the thing was, man, and we do this. We bumped into each other before in Kansas. But the thing was is that I didn't know where he was at. We running tracker. We went on 360. We went on spot wire. We didn't know where each other at. So at the same time, simultaneously, we messaged each other. And it was like, yo, is that you? Is that you? And Scooter, what did you say, Scooter?
I was like, pull over, I'm turning around. I said, pull over, I'm turning around, I see you.
Man,
it was crazy because that whole trip we've been on back roads, secondary roads. You know how we get down. Right. So we had just jumped on the interstate, and I'm sitting here like, man, all right, where's the next secondary road we're gonna get off on? And I happened to look up. I was like, damn, look at that old school Harley right there. I was like, damn, that's Solo, right? And I looked, I was like, I think that's Solo. So I went to pull your number up, and about the same time I hit it, your text message came through. I was like, yep, there you go. And lo and behold, there was an exit that we was coming up on right then and there. We hit that exit right there, flipped it around, and linked up with you.
Yep, man, I'm telling you, folks, when you're in the middle of nowhere, you see other riders, and I think I commented, that they're in a club, if they're riding by themselves, if they're a local, because a local will get on, they'll be riding in shorts, a half helmet, a t-shirt. But a crew that's riding a long distance, you're dressed differently, you're moving differently, you're staggered differently. And when I looked over there, I saw a glimpse of it and really didn't know if it was him, but I said, I don't care. I'm going to hit him up anyway, And sure enough, man, and he whipped it around, folks. I'm telling you, it just re-energized me just to bump into Scooter, his dad, and then they was on their legacy run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure enough, my father and my dad's twin brother as well. So we was doing a legacy run with them. But man, I want to keep it to the point, keep it real short, real quick. Ground pounders are gonna find other ground pounders. I mean, it's not just with Solo and I. Solo's and done it with other folks. I done it with other folks. I mean, countless times, whether it be Carlos or Craig, or hell, I done ran into my dad before out there on the road. So you gonna notice each other. You gonna see each other, holler at each other.
That's right, man. I mean,
you're gonna notice it. It's the way that they ride.
Yeah.
It's the way they ride, the way they might have their bike set up. But it's just their riding posture and just being in tune with them.
Yeah. It was, man. It was a great feeling, man. And your dad, and just kind of like just give just a little bit about your legacy ride that you guys was on. Your dad has a twin brother, identical twin brother.
Correct. Yeah.
So, identical twin, folks, and I don't know which one I'm looking at here. There's both of them here in the picture. If you can see them, but I don't know which one I'm looking at.
So the one, well, shoot. All right, the one on the right is my dad. The one directly in the center is my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I had just went and visited his dad. Me and Scooter met at his dad's house in Roanoke, Virginia, right? Scooter.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, we just met, man, and Dad's healing up too, getting his strength back. Unc was going through some stuff, but it was just good to get out there and see you guys, man. And how did that ride go for you guys?
Man, so I'll tell you a little bit, man. My uncle just lost his wife to cancer back in January, and anybody knows, I run a lot solo. But I also run with my pops a lot. And I got a couple of other close friends that I'm typically on the road with, but my dad's usually right there with me. So I picked it up from him. Well, my dad just had a hernia surgery, so he was down for a while. And my uncle just lost his wife. And one of the last things she said was, I want you to get back out there on that bike and ride with your uncle and your nephew. So that was what we was doing. Getting him back out there on the bike like she asked for him to do it. And he absolutely loved it. All he kept saying was, this is what I needed. This is what I needed.
Right.
I mean, it rejuvenates you.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, my mind is clear. I'm thinking, I'm more focused. It's amazing. It's freaking amazing. And I'm like, I'm coming back home. I'm full of energy. I'm clear thinking. I know exactly what I need to focus on. I need the task org, the whole 9 yards, man. So even life issues and things in life, you know what I'm saying? Prioritizing life.
Right. It's a reset. It's a reset is what it is. You go out there, clear your mind, get yourself together. It's just a reset. But also too, need to watch over ourselves, especially us. We need to watch over ourselves because you was just recovering. My father was just recovering. We need to make sure that we watching out for each other and staying healthy too.
Yeah.
Because that road
Doc,
will take a toll on
you. Yes, it will. Yes, it will, my brother. Doc, do you have any questions for Scooter before he hops off?
Oh yeah, for sure. Scooter, how long have you and your father been riding together?
Well, my dad's been riding longer than I've been living. And he initially put me on a motorcycle before I was walking. I think I got some pictures of that. But we've been actually ground pounding going across country since about 2000, between 2012, 2015 is when I really started running with him. But he had already cleared 48 states about 2 or 3 times before I had even got into riding. So, you know, they were doing it with 35 millimeter cameras and 110 film. So,
wow, that's amazing.
But since then, my father and I, since I started ground pounding with him, you know, going cross country, getting off the sport bikes and stuff, we've done all 50 states, all 10 provinces of Canada, 2 territories of Canada, and my mom has been along with my father on the back seat on every ride.
Oh wow, y'all are tight. I love to see that. That is beautiful.
That's family riding right there for you. That's family riding, man.
And the majority of that was on back roads, not just jumping on the interstate and running.
Wow. Hey, I would love to be riding around with my father and my mama.
Trust me, people say you don't know what you have, and trust me, I know what I have, and I cherish it every day. I cherish it.
That's right, man. That's right. Every day, cherish every bit of it. Well, Scooter, listen, man. I want to just say this before I let you go. Everybody know that I have my Aspire to Inspire patch that I've had for a few years now, probably about 4 or 5 years. When I started doing it, I was inspired by Highway Smiler to do it, and so man, I'm saying, listen, people asked me to bring it back, and I brought it back. So
there you go.
My thing is, with my Aspire to Inspire Be Legendary patch, I have to meet you on the road somewhere. It can't be at an event on the slab. I have to meet you at the road somewhere. We have to bump into each other at a gas station or at a restaurant or somewhere like that, somewhere where it's not planned. And I will present you with one of my Aspire to Inspire Be Legendary patch because I brought it back. This one here is going to have my 19 and 21 on it. That's going to be the difference on it. But the thing is, you, your father, his brother, your aunt, and the other gentleman, Quick. That's right. Quick are going to be the first 4 going in the books. I got your patches right here. I got all 4 of your patches right here, man. You guys are going to be the first 4 that I'm going to present this patch to you too. And then at the same time, because it's you, Scooter, and you let me sign your banner, I'm going to make sure that you guys get one of the Miles Make Legends Be Legendary patch right here, man, on me. And hey, man, it's just always feel good when I bump into you, Scooter.
Oh yeah, same here. We'll be shooting up that way anyway to break bread with you too. Doc, we appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, Doc.
Thank you, Scooter. I look forward to meeting you. I haven't met you yet, so I gotta get get the pounding.
Hey, that's too easy. We'll make that happen. That's too easy.
That's what's all
right,
up.
Y'all take care. Right. I'll be in touch with y'all.
All right, take care, my brother.
Later, bro.
Oh man, that's awesome. That was great though. Yeah. That was great. I mean, we were in the middle of nowhere, and then after I saw him and pulled over, and I sent him a text message. He said, "Stop right there. I'm turning around." I pulled aside the road. You know, I don't like pulling aside the road.
Yeah.
And so after he came, man, and we hugged, and I posted on social. I even went live on social media. I don't even go live real time. You know, I posted it. He came up with his brothers and everything, man. And we went to the gas station. He said, "Solo, we just left this gas station, and it was at a Honda dealership." It was at a Honda dealership. He said it must meant for you to go in there and get you a gold wing, man. So, so we just had a time with it. Well, listen, Doc, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Doc.
Okay. Well, one more now about that patch. What's your requirements for when you pass out a patch? Who gets a patch? You know.
Okay, so this is my Aspire to Inspire Be Legendary patch. I started this patch back about 4 or 5 years ago. Like I said, I was inspired by Highway Smiley. And with this patch, like I say, if I meet you on the road somewhere and you ground pounding, you know what I'm saying? You getting it in. It's like I met 2 or 3 guys on the road this trip right here. One at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Another gentleman that was coming out of California going to, I think he said he was going to, and I don't want to mess it up because I bumped into a couple of people. He was going to Arizona. Mm-hmm. So he was almost to his destination. That's the one who gave me the tamales. So, you know, it's striking up a conversation. It's sitting there and we going back and forth sharing stories, or you out there getting it in. You know, a sticker is great, but sometimes, man, I can give you a patch, and you don't have to put the patch on your vest or nothing like that. You could take it home and set it on your shelf, your mantle, or whatever case may be. But it's one of those things to sit there and say, you are inspiring me to continue doing what I'm doing. It's the true essence of Aspire to Inspire, Be Legendary.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying, man? And that's always been my motto. That's always been my motto. Now, this patch right here, the black and white one, you could purchase one of these for $10. This here, Miles Make Legends, Be Legendary, KSolo DaRyder signature on it. All you got to do if you want to get one of these is just hit me up on the inbox. Get you the Cash App, $10, man. We ain't hitting nobody upside the head. I broke it down like, hey, man, buy me 2 beers and you can get you one and rocking. These are nice, well made patches, man. They ain't no fly by night stuff. They even got the backing, the iron back on to keep the threads connected, and then it's got the border edge on it. So this is a nice, good quality patch right here, and it's just the words that's on it. Miles Make Legends, Be Legendary. We all can do that. Right. It's nothing where you have to go above and beyond, because we all can be legendary.
Now tell me about the other patch. Now I have this patch. When I completed the I-10 to the end with the Iron Elite, Sarge gave me, you know, my patch for the 10 to the end. But in my little goodie bag, he also had a patch like Iron Heritage, and it had a picture
Iron Elite.
And it had a picture of you in the middle on the highway. And so I have that patch. Can you explain how you ended up getting that patch?
Okay, so the Iron Elite patch is Sarge. That is Sarge program. And Sarge wanted to put an iconic image on that patch to represent Iron Elite, or what the image of Iron Elite was or represent as a Titan. So we discussed it. We broke breakfast, and he said, hey, Solo, I want to put you on the patch. You live this lifestyle to the fullest. You know, you do all the genre of motorcycling. You camp, you ride through the day, night. The way you carry yourself, your interaction with people, you represent a true Titan and a true Iron Elite. And me being honored and humble person that I am, I said, Sarge, it would be an honor to put my image and likeness on that patch. And I've been on that patch now for a few years, and I carry that banner because I support the program, I support the organization, I support what Sarge is doing with the Iron Elite Titans. As a matter of fact, congratulations to the latest 2 recipients. So listen, we're gonna fire this thing up. We're gonna give a big old round of applause. We're gonna give a big old round of applause. I want to make sure we give the full big old round of applause to Highway Smiley of the 2026 Titan Award male and female recipients. Did I get it all in there?
You got it in there. Congratulations.
Did I get it all in there?
Yeah.
I know. Congratulations to them both, man. Congratulations to them both. It was an incredible field of people who were nominated. But you know, the criteria was there. They met the criteria. It was amazing how Sarge put it all together, him and his wife. So I want everybody to support the Iron Elite Titan program by showing up next year to the event. Make sure you go ahead and reserve your room. Make sure you are there. I will be there saying a few words, maybe doing some presentations of that award. And I'm truly humbled and honored to be standing next to these two individuals that's going to be stepping up on the podium, man.
That's amazing. I'm definitely trying to be in the building. I'm trying to be in the building.
You got to get in the building, Doc. But listen, Doc, we're going to go ahead, old man, and highlight this 10-year of me knocking out these four corners, man.
Yes.
So listen. So listen. Was I stupid? Was I hooked by the bug? Or what was I on to sit there and say, you know what? For this decade, I'm going to ride around the country.
Was it a woman? Let me find out there's a woman in every corner. You just keep saying, I'm going to come back and see you, boo.
Well, boo, you know what the rotation is. No, man. No. It was, to me, it was a self-challenge. It was a self-challenge, self-motivation, self-driven. I wasn't doing to try to impress nobody. I wasn't trying to do to sit there. I was better than anybody else. It was just one of those things where I wanted to see how I could perform, seeing would I be healthy enough the next year to do it, seeing would I be mentally strong enough to do it, because it takes a strong mentality to sit and say, I'm going to ride 10,000 miles around the country.
Yes.
By myself on a motorcycle.
Yes.
Through whatever weather's thrown at me, through whatever incidentals, financially, heat, exhaustion.
Yes.
You know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And when I got up to, because when I left, I did a saddle sore up to Madawaska. Got me a room there at one of the little small mom and pop hotels. And this is what I love about it. When I go up there, I'll sit there and say, hey, look, I'm on a motorcycle. I'm traveling. I'm coming in late. And I did something that I don't like to do. I rode at night. I rode at night in Maine. And I tell people all the time, I said, be careful when you're up there in Maine, because the moose is up there.
Right.
But it was just one of those things where I know where I wanted to be when I stopped for the night, because I know I wanted to get up at a certain amount of time so that I could be ready to go, leaving Madawaska at dawn. I looked at my phone, I looked at the weather app, and the weather app said sun would come up at like 6, like 5:45 or something like that. I said at 5:30, I want to have my bike packed, helmet on, ready to go. So when that sun come up, I already had 100 miles behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm already well into riding, so that I can get a full amount of daylight of riding. And so, you know, that's the plan that I roll with. And, you know, you'll sit there and ask people, well, who do you ride with? Who can ride with you? How do you like to ride? You have to find somebody to sit there and say, well, okay, I can get up. I can ride to 10 o'clock at night, get in the bunk at 11, sleep, and be back up at 5 with however many hours sleep, and then be ready to go strong. And that's one thing that I love about me and Sharif. We're there. Now, his technique, right? And I'm gonna share this, Reef. I don't know if you're still on here, man. I'm gonna spoil the beans for you, bro. Reef shuts down on you. He don't care about nothing. When he get to the room, he gonna drop his gear, go take a shower, get his flip-flops on, and he going to bed. He gonna make his phone call to the door, stand in the bed, say good night, honey, and he gone. He don't F around, he don't lollygag, he don't do nothing. and I love it because we maximize everything like a
Yep.
oil machine. When we in the morning we come up, it ain't no, bro, why you still in the bunk? Why you still sleeping in?
Right.
Your alarm went off and you kept hitting snooze. We own it. We
Right.
own it.
Yep.
Oh, man, I'm running my mouth, man. I'm
No,
running my
you
mouth.
good. You got a couple. Hey, you got a couple questions. A good.
What we got?
You got Robert right there.
Robert got one. Which one?
He said they run up out of Bangor on Madawaska and back is awesome. Something is wrong. I definitely saw the mooses when I was up there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And we went up there one time. It was when we was doing the top to bottom run. We were coming back from Nova Scotia. We were Paul, Matt, oh God. I just give me to call his name. Not Miles, not Nails. Oh God, I can't. What's his name? Reeve, Paul, and we got caught in the rain crossing the border, and we had to get to Fort Kent. We had to get to Fort Kent for the night, and we was riding in rain. We was riding in dark, and man, and we knew we couldn't see the moose because the moose eyes aren't reflective, and their brown fur just blends right in with the night. So we were like, shit, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
They had me, but my people, my pit crew that had done it before, they had me so scared about going up there because they just kept telling me, don't get caught up there at night. Don't get caught up there. I ended up staying at a mom and pop motel down the street. I ended up going to the bar across, the way, because I got in the afternoon, but I chilled for the night. I rested so I can get some more miles the next day because I was tired from getting up there. But so I ended up hunkering down in Madawaska. I made a left when I came out of the Four Corners Park, and the hotel I stayed at was maybe 0.2 miles down, and I just hunkered down there, and they was nice. I wasn't nervous about anything. I did the same thing you did. And what Reef does, I dropped my gear, I got some stuff off my bike, I showered, I hit it and went to bed, and I even set my alarm to make sure I knew what time the sun was setting where I was at, and so I mean, I feel you when you say those things, and I'm just glad that people told me how to travel long distance and how to ride where you getting up and you resting and you not eating too heavy on the road, and all of these little tidbits and these nuggets come in play.
Yeah. And this is my tank bag. This is my tank bag. So I'm gonna share with y'all one of my survival pieces of equipment. So in my tank bag, you can see I had some food in there. There was some chicken and tater wedges. In that bag, I had more food. And in this bag here, I had all my like protein bars, my lip balm, all my stuff. Had a bottle of water in there. There's my Insta 360 right there. Look, there's a protein shake over here. There's my flag. So that I'm telling you, man, get you a tank bag. I know it's not sexy. It's not sexy, but it's definitely a valuable asset or tool that you can use when you're riding, because it puts everything right there in your lap in the office. You're not trying to reach behind you. You're not trying to go in the saddlebags. And I'm not endorsed by this company. I'm not even going to call their name. I'm just going to get a tank bag, whichever you want. If they reach out and say, "Hey, Solo, we want to endorse you. We'll make you a brand ambassador," I'm with it. But it's a valuable tool that you can use to help you to make the trip, to make the journey a little bit more comfortable.
Food,
I didn't know medicine.
I didn't know what that was. I had to ask Reef before I went on my Four Corners tour. Reef, I asked Reef from looking at the pictures from you. I said, these are my exact words. Hey, Reef, I noticed that you and Solo be having this little bag on top of y'all tank. What is that? You know what I mean? And what do y'all put up in there?
And Reef just said sunflower seeds and hot wings in the staple.
Yeah.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do, brother. I mean, it's like, you get out there and you do it and you ride. You get your own style, you get your own technique. listen to people. Like I say, probably one of the best conversations I had when I was sitting out talking to Kenneth Andrews in Oklahoma at the RTE, and he ran some things down to me, man. And then, like I tell people, go to some of these events where some of these long distance riders are going to, so that you can see how they set their gear up, their equipment up, things that they use, things that they take on the trip with them. And in that way, you will sit there and say, man, I'm gonna try this, or man, that works, or man, I picked up a nugget over here from this guy right here. You just never know, man. You just know. And like I say, folks, when you go up to Madawaska for the Four Corners ride, just go 22 miles up the road to the historic marker, Fort Kent, Maine, America's First Mile. Go over there and get that picture, because everybody want to go to Key West. And it sucks when you go to Key West and you say, well, okay, well, where's the end at? Or where's the first mile at? If I'm at mile 0. And you'd be like, I was 22 miles from it. Now you got to turn around and go right back up to Maine to get it.
So,
but go ahead, Doc.
No, I was going to say I missed it. When I went up there last year, I missed it. I missed a lot of stuff because I was, for one, by myself. And a lot of people were inboxing me and say, hey, you are about 200 miles from this little mark. Go catch the angel. Go get the praying hands. Hey, you over here. Go to Kent. Grab this and grab that. And I just was like, I think I just should stay focused on getting to what I set out to do. But anyway, I said that to say that this time when Doc J and I go out next year, I plan on grabbing the Kent sign and getting maybe another sign or two, or a good monument or something like that on this trip.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good because, I mean, we got all these groups now. We got all these groups that we are in, that we're sharing POIs, point of interest, get out and explore, hit the back roads, all these organizations that we become members of, the SCMA, the IBA, RISE and stuff like that. So, get out, folks. Get out and experience it all, man. It's great. You will be amazed at how much is out there. Just want to thank everybody. Yeah, go ahead. Find it out.
And I want you to find this question because I can't see it, but somebody had another question about your patch. It was something about irony lead and something else. Somebody asked, and I didn't want to miss them because I thought it was a good question. And I'm sorry I didn't write it down. I don't have my notepad with me like I usually do.
If you're still watching, drop that back in the comments one more again, please. We love to get that question answered. Yes, Joe. Yes. So Joe got his down in Key West. He met me. As a matter of fact, I think I was doing the True X. I was wrapping up my True X when Joe got his. And I think Dana got hers as well. So yeah, I remember giving out the patches. People met me on the road. People bumped into me. People gave me escorts and stuff like that. And man, it was an honor. It was an honor. Let's see. I think Nasty had a question. Okay. If you complete IBA in the run to Iron Elite, you can request through IBA to get KSolo patch. I have mine. So basically what he is saying is the IBA is recognizing certain events that you can ride to now, that they will put that event patch or that event's logo on the Saddle Sore or Bum Burner Gold or the IBA ride. That's what he's talking about with this. So like when you come to the Reef and KSolo official ride to eat, if you do 1,000 miles within 24 hours, starting wherever you start from and finishing at the RTE location, the city, town, state, or whatever case may be, 1,000 miles, they will put the Reef and KSolo RTE logo on your award certification.
On a certification, okay.
Yep, which is awesome. Which is awesome. I want to thank Mike Kneeborn. I want to thank Howard. I want to thank all of them for doing that, man, and recognizing our RTE to be recognized to put on that certificate.
That's amazing. Yeah, because they did it for Jim Bruce ride, all female ride to Jacksonville, Florida. If you did it, you got the certificate that I know what you're saying. Okay.
Right. And we've said Solo, they also send you the patch as swag in the case that Ballhead is talking about. In the case Ballhead is talking about. Okay, got it. All right, brother. That's right. Good
So they put it
deal.
on the patch too. They'll put it on the patch if you do a saddle sore.
You'll get no. You'll get the regular saddle sore 1000 patch. You know what I'm saying? We ain't that fancy yet.
Okay. Hey.
But who knows? Who knows? With me and Reef, we may make some special patches for people who ride a saddle sore 1000 to our event. Who knows? Because that's what we're all about. We're all about inspiring others, man. We're all about inspiring others. So, like I say, this was my 10th year doing this ride. It's always been great. The organization has always been great to me. Like you said, I enjoyed that last episode you did with Miss Fox on it, with the wife of the guy, Joe up there at the Four Corners Monument. I was loving it. A lot of good information was shared about it. And I want to thank you for putting that on, man. It really inspired me when I got out there and done it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And next time I go up there, I'm just really thinking about it. I was talking to Gorilla Blue, and he was saying, you know, those bricks, you can make a payment as like a donation to the Four Corners, and then you can put you a monument or some type of brick on those. And he was saying that he was going to do it, and he made me think about it, like, you know, what if I put my mom and dad on there, or put my name on there, you know, just something cool that every time I go back up there to the corner, it's set in stone. And maybe when my children, like my son, he's interested in riding motorcycles, maybe one day when he go up there and ride, you know, he'll be like, oh, wow, look, my mom put this brick down like years ago, you know, something like that. I just think it's really cool.
Okay. Well, look, we get hit with the Q&A banner up there, so we're going to jump to Q&A.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm ready for my first question.
Shoot, Doc. I'm nervous.
In your past tours, right? So I was doing some research, and it said you have completed tours and then you have notable rides. So in the completed tours, it's talk about your U.S. Four Corners tours, your 50 state rides, your Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. Then it says notable rides. I can't even pronounce it. Proto Bay, Alaska, and then Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. My question to you is, what is the difference between a completed tour and a notable ride?
Well, a completed tour is, say for instance, like the SCMA. The SCMA rides are considered tour rides. They're structured. They're giving you the directions. They're giving you points of interest that you have to check into, like the missions ride. There's certain missions that you have to ride to take the tour. The best 15 highways, you have to ride those best 15 roads. The Four Corners is a tour ride. It's considered a tour ride. There's certain locations that you have to get to and check in to provide to get, we would say, accreditation for saying that you completed the ride. Now, my notable ride was an individual ride that I did on my own. When I rode up to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, that was me just sitting there saying, well, okay, I want to ride to the top of the world. It wasn't a tour ride. It wasn't no structure ride. It wasn't no ride where it's recognized through the IBA, because the IBA will give you the ultimate coast to coast, which is from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, top of the world, down to Key West. So that's one of my notable rides. Other notable rides, Hoka Hey is a notable ride. That's not a tour, that's a challenge. Other notable rides for me would probably be, why not? Even though it's not a tour, it's still a notable ride because from Why Arizona to Why Not North Carolina.
Gotcha.
So, that's just different. Just the name and how they're structured. And other people may have more information about, a little bit deeper into the name and titles of what they are and how different organizations present them, because even the AZ Rat Pack will have a tour. They will go out and do a 1-day tour, or maybe go out and do a 2-day tour around Arizona, take you to the Grand Canyon, take you to some of the back roads of Arizona. And if you live in Arizona, you need to look up the AZ Rat Pack. You need to go ride with those guys, because they're just a great group of guys who love to ride the back roads of Arizona. And if you want to see some donkeys, go ahead, Doc.
No, I was gonna go ahead. The donkey butt.
Yeah.
Are there? And I saw Baldhead ask the same question. He took the words right out of my mouth. But I was going to ask you: are there any tours that you were not able to complete?
Tours that I wasn't able. No, I can't say. And I've been fortunate. And to me, I've been fortunate. I didn't get hemmed up by weather. I didn't get stopped by mechanical failure. Everything that I pretty much sought out, I did complete in the allotted time. Now, have I jettisoned some rides? Have I abandoned some rides? Oh, I've abandoned a lot of rides, brother. I have been on rides where I say I'm going to do 1,500, where I'm going to do end to end on this road right here. Shit, I just did it. I just abandoned 90 end to end because I knew that there was construction, there was accidents, and it just took me out of my time where I'm like, you know what, I can't do it. And I even hit up Anthony Osborne to say, Anthony, what was your time? Because I knew I was out of the window. So I've jettisoned rides, tours I've completed, individual rides. Yes, I've jettisoned ride, and I just let them go. It's like a fuel pod. You just let it go and just say, you know what, I'm just going to just ride and move on to something else.
Hey, were you behind? I'm backtracking now. Were you behind when you were down in Florida and you got hit in that rainstorm, and you decided to? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said you didn't hunker down there for the night, which I probably would have hunkered down if I wasn't if I had a little bit more time. But you said you looked at the radar and saw it was some opening, and you went on and took it. I mean, why didn't you just hunker down? I mean, what was
okay? So great question. And and that comes with experience. I was actually doing a BBG, a bun burner go. I was doing 1,500 miles in 24 hours. So I was already on a timeline. I made a decision knowing how the weather pattern in Florida will move. If you get a storm system where it just sits there, it's just going to sit there on top of you. There's nothing that you can do. You can try to wait it out, but it's going to just sit there. But the eye was moving. The eye was moving in a direction away. It was moving westerly, and I was going easterly, which I knew that once I had a window to get back rolling, I was going to ride out of it. And sure enough, looking at the radar system, looking at the way it was rotating and it was moving westerly, I said, I'm going to ride out of it. And sure enough, it cleared right up. The sky was beautiful. I even had to stop to get out of my rain gear because I started overheating. So I sat there and I said, people have to understand when I say there's level to it, there's level to the way that the rider thinks. And there's guys more technical out there than I am. I'm sure Greg Rice can sit there and say, man, I got this radar system that'll sit there and tell me that this weather system is going to sit here for the next 20 minutes and be ready to go. But looking at it, I knew that it was moving westerly and I was moving easterly and I was right out of it. And it worked out for me. And I made the 1,500.
What? Nice. Congratulations. What app do you use for us non-weather people? I mean, you know what?
I mean, in all honesty, I use my iPhone. Wow. I use my iPhone right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. And I still got Key West on it. And I go to the radar and I hit the radar that will show me the weather pattern of where the weather is moving. So there's the weather pattern. I don't know if y'all can see it. It may be a little blurry.
Yeah.
So what it'll do is it'll show me the storm system moving. And I can sit there and say, well, okay, if it's moving westerly and I'm going easterly, then I can ride out of it. But like I tell everybody, if it's sitting there on top of you, then you might as well just go ahead and wait it out. Yes, Big Rob, Weather Channel, man. And you have to really dig in, folks. Thank you very much, Baldhead. Blessings. Thank you for that donation. Folks, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, shoot us some likes, shoot us some stars, comment, get us engaged. Really, I want everybody to go over to YouTube and comment on YouTube so that we can start pushing it out more. And listen, before I even go any further, I have to commend Joe Fan for his amazing 48 states, 4 corners, I-10 to the end run solo by himself.
Wow.
So Joe, without a doubt, my guy, my brother, my friend, I want to give you this round of applause because you went out there, man. You did the thing for yourself on ground. Now you had a strong support team. You had a strong support team, and when we did the interview, we had his wife on. She was on him. His daughter, when he made a stop, he bumped into his daughter out there. She was on him. People was, Princess was on him. Reef was on him. Sarge was on him. I was on him, but he was sticking to the plan. Even when he had mechanical issues, he was making phone calls to the Bell, to D Bell. So the thing is, man, is my hat off to you, Joe, and we'd love to get you back on the show to kind of find out about that ride, how it went for you, how it made you feel, what lessons did you learn from yourself from that ride. And I know I'm just talking tonight, Doc. You got to excuse me.
No, you're good. No, I'm learning. I'm learning and listening.
Yeah. And somebody just put one out. Weatherbug. Weatherbug is another good app to use.
Okay.
Yeah. Weather Channel, Weatherbug. You just got to get out there, man, and learn to sit there and say, okay, one monkey don't stop no show. I sit there and say, if I get behind somebody and you riding slow, you don't dictate my ride because you want to be on your phone. You want to be lollygagging. I'm gonna go around you. I'm gonna keep going. There's just things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Doc, what other question do you have for me about my 10th 48 state? Because I'm just gonna just sit here and keep running my mouth about it.
Yeah, no.
I'm happy and excited, man. I was afraid. I was nervous going out. I kid you not. I was nervous going out. Last year when I did it, I was up there, and if you look at the receipt on the right, that's the one on the left for this year. That's the one on the right. I was at Fort Kent. It was 32 degrees, and it was rough. It was a rough ride. January, February, March, April. Yep. So I like to kick it off early, but it was still cold up there. So the thing is, man, do your homework, do your research, plan your rides out. If you're going to do a ride, plan it out, do research. Don't depend on somebody else. Don't depend on how somebody else did it. You do your homework yourself. That's what I would love to see. You do your homework yourself.
So you talked about being consistent. So does that mean that every year you're going to keep doing this, or is it a point where you're going to say, hey, I'm retired, as we would say in the motorcycle world, like, retiring or something like that, or you just going to keep going, keep doing different challenges? And what's your next challenge?
I mean, right. And I say it like this, there's other people that have done the 4 corners a lot more time than I have. You know what I'm saying? Danny Fox, I think Danny said he'd done it like maybe 30, 40 times. You remember?
Yes,
So the thing is this is me, KSolo. I inspire a lot of other people that ride it that pretty much didn't know about the 4 corners, or didn't know about the SCMA. But I've done it 10 years. I'm laying the foundation for somebody to sit there and say, I'm going to do it 10 years, or I'm going to see if I can stay consistent with it, see if I can stay healthy enough, see if I can stay motivated enough, see that if I can get out there and do it 10 years like Solo did, or be inspired to even sit there and say, well, okay, I'm still going to keep going after I do it 10 years in a row. But it's one of those things where now I'm saying it's a decade. If I get on riding the next year and I say I want to ride it again, I'm going to ride it. I'm gonna ride it.
How do you keep your body together, KSolo? I mean, I don't know exactly how old you are, but
old.
you got gray hair. You know what I mean?
I'm a silverback now.
Surely you having some arthritis going on somewhere.
Oh man!
Like, how do you keep it going, man?
Oh man, I tell you, Doc, it's mental. It's definitely mental because you physically feel the pain. You feel being in the saddle long hours. You feel your back. You feel your shoulders. You feel your neck. You feel it all. You know what I'm saying? And then you when you run into bad weather, things don't go your way, you'll ask yourself, why? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Your love, your passion for it got to be there. As long as you have that love and passion for riding, don't try to get out there and ride to impress people. Don't try to get out there and say, I'm going to show somebody else off, because I say this all the time. The only thing you're going to do is die a senseless death of trying to impress somebody else. Get out there and ride for you. Ride to make you happy. Ride to make you feel good about it. Ride. And I always say this, don't forget why you ride. Never lose why you ride. Never lose why you ride.
When Becky asked this question, when you were riding straight through, how do you determine when to rest? Now I know you probably go and go and go, but it's been times I've actually fell asleep. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been riding on just a road, and I don't know, but I'm like, oh my God, I think I just fell asleep. And then it's like, okay, I need to pull over. So yeah, when do you determine when it's time to rest? Because I know that's when it's time for me to hit the exit.
Right. That's what I call a long blink. That's a long blink. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. It's dangerous when you don't remember the last 5 miles of your ride. You don't remember it.
Has that happened to you?
Oh, many a times. And I'll say it publicly now. Because I've been successful. I've survived some crazy things that I look back and say, damn, I don't even remember the last 5 miles, or I don't even remember seeing this, or where am I, or let me get my bearings back, or, it is.
It's called.
It's part of this. It's part of this.
One day ULC said it's called highway hypnosis.
Yeah.
Being lulled to sleep.
Yeah. That's what it gets you. It's part of it. You have to recognize the signs. When you're riding with somebody and they start slowing down or falling back, can't hold pace, that's an indicator right there. That's an indicator that individual, either they're going into that zone, or they can't even hold 50 miles an hour because it's moving too fast for them. So they have to slow down to be able to see the road, to be able to comprehend that I'm going straight, or I'm still here. But when they have to slow down, they can't hold a 50, 60, 70, 80 miles per hour speed. That's a sign right there you need to be aware of.
And do you know, I've heard stories of people who they've seen their other club members do that, but they just kind of got into their butts and was like, come on, you can do it, keep going. You know what I mean? Like, at some point you gotta say, no, let's pull over, instead of trying to push somebody past their limits. And so recognizing those and being on the same page to make everyone safe, because it's ultimately supposed to be about safety, right?
Right.
Yeah, those stories I heard about people crashing because they saw that the person was sleepy or maybe even a little inebriated, but they still let them go ahead and go riding. And so I don't understand that part, because just by myself, it's scary when I've lulled to sleep and counting the white lines, and then just like, I have to pull over. You know what I mean? The destination can wait just a little bit so I can make it safely. And so, that was just a comment, but
but I tell people there's certain things that you can do to kind of get your focus back if you really have to go that extra. Say you got another 100 miles to go, and I tell people, brush your teeth. Go brush your teeth. You won't believe how simple fact of going in and brushing your teeth will pep you back up. You don't need to drink a whole lot of energy drinks or none of that crap. Go in and brush your teeth. Go in with a rag and wash your neck off, wash your face off. Kind of let yourself breathe, feel refreshed a little bit. Get up off that bike and walk around a little bit. And here's another thing. What your eyes are wanting the most is to close and to relax and rest. Even if you do a 10 or 15 minute stop, go over there and find you a table at one of these truck stops that have a restaurant in it, that have a lounge in it. Sit down for 10 or 15 minutes and get you some rest where your eyes just close and just re-energize. You come back, you'll feel better. You'll feel better. Now, that's if you really have to go that extra 75, 80 miles to finish it. But pushing somebody beyond their limit, that's only going to last 5 miles, 10 miles.
Yep.
That's all it's going to last. That person's going to be with you for 5 or 10 miles, and then they're going to fall right back into that zone of fatigue and tiredness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And you got Tony right there, Tony Crow.
Tony Crow. Well,
Hey, did you get into high winds in Montana that would make your hands sore from gripping?
Oh man, you know it, T. You already know it, man. It beat me down. It beat me down. Whenever I see windmills, whenever I see wind turbines, when you see the signs of high winds, high vids, man, you already know you're going to get beat up. Oklahoma will beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
The eight going into California will beat you up. There's certain portions of highways that's just going to beat you up, and you have to be prepared for it. You go through Montana, you're going to get it. When you going through Oklahoma, who else got another high wind area? I want to say the Dakotas, but no.
We already said
you would definitely. Yeah, you definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where Mama D was at. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then down there on like I said the 8 in Arizona. That's where they got the Dust Bowl at down there, where they'll sit there and tell you. You'll see the big old signs. I think somebody else was doing the I-10. No, they went down to I-10 to end or something. That was coming back, and they had a big dust storm to come across West Texas, Wyoming. Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, man. I love it. One day, pull out the the foldable chair. That's right. Just have a seat. If you've been in the military, you've been deployed to the Gulf, just go ahead and get your scarf and wrap your face up, your neck up, and everything like that, because it's about to be ugly. Mm-hmm. El Paso, good deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, we've just been sitting there talking about me doing my 10th year doing the Four Corners ride, how I experienced the thing that I experienced. Of course, I had some issues with the bike, not the bike itself, but just tires. I put a new set of tires when I started out on this ride, and it could have been a plethora of reasons. I was weighted down. I had all my gear with my camping gear, everything with me. But when I got soaking wet, and that's the thing about suspension, folks. If you're riding through rain, all of that rain that you're going to pick up, all of that excess weight, you're going to have it on it. And I bottomed out. That's what it was with my tire being drug in the middle. The clearance was there. It's just that I bottomed out because I picked up so much rain, I was soaking wet. So that was the cause of that. It wasn't the screw that it loosened up or dropped down. It wasn't the front screw that was coming off the exhaust or anything like that. It was just the excessive rain that I picked up. Extra weight was heavy. The bike was heavy. I think that bike probably weighed 1,000 pounds, and I really wanted to get on a truck scale just to see how much the bike weighed with the pack and everything that I had. Nebraska, yes, Becky. Nebraska's another rough one. Oh, folks, man, I've enjoyed talking to you tonight, just sharing this last adventure. My 10th year doing the Four Corners, things that I experienced, people that I bumped into. I stayed in some familiar old school hotels that I love to stay in. Even got a chance to bump into some people. Like I say, I bumped into the gentleman who gave me the tamales at the gas station. I bumped into the gentleman at 2:00 in the morning who was traveling west and I was traveling east, and I gave him a sticker. I bumped into some other people when I was down in Key West, Florida. The lady, she actually owned a garage. Now, this is how I met that lady. Everybody remember that picture I took with the lady where I said she was from up in New York and she was rude. She was a handful. So basically, smart mouth. Uh-huh. And I rolled up and I said, "Hey, ma'am," I said, "Hey, sir," or the mechanic worker, I said, "You guys got some spray adhesive that I can use to just put this back on because, the old Harley Davidson, not Harley, but the motorcycle shop that used to be down there on Key Largo, that guy closed. Come to find out, he died. They used to have that motorcycle shop as you're coming onto the Keys on the right-hand side. He died. So she went in, they gave me this, they said, yeah, we got this right here. So by the end of that conversation, all of her shrewdness, all of her standoff, all of her just, we took that nice picture together, and she said, look, if you can't find the place, I'll rent you one of my campers back here. You can stay in it for the night, whatever the case may be. And it was just so great. And I said, you know what? It was a divine intervention for me to pull over here, for you to have what I need to fix my bike, not even charge me anything. And for you to sit there and even extend the offer of me being able to stay in one of your campers for the night.
Right.
So it was good. It was good, man. When you're on the road, folks, how you approach people, talk to people, social with people, that can take you a long way, man. It could take you a long way. It can take you further than salt.
KSolo, did you eat the tamales?
It's the connection. Of course I did. Of course I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, you eat strange food. Like, shit, every time you go into a restaurant, you eat strange food. And I don't. And you know what? It was the demeanor of him. It was the conversation he had, and for him to even sit there and want to break bread with me, that lets me know that he wasn't a threat to me. He wasn't there to hurt me or harm me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I sure did ate it. I was riding right down the road, reaching inside my tank bag, snack pack, pull that sucker out.
Hey, look, I got this one though.
Oh man,
the yellow gloves. I know I'm spitting them out because I know we're wrapping up soon. But
go ahead.
What's the deal with you and the yellow gloves? I see them all the time when I go to
my signature gold gloves. Yeah. So in all honesty, I did not start that. I was gifted that from my brother T-Funk when we was in our old MC together. T-Funk gifted me a pair of gloves, and what it represented and symbolized to me is like I had reached a gold glove level. And it always come across it whatever it was for anybody else was for them, but for me, it was always made me feel as though I have reached a gold glove level of this riding, of this motorcycle community, and I wear it as a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? And I will be coming out with my own line of gloves when I can find somebody who can manufacture in the way that I want them done. But it's always been an inspirational thing for me to be gifted that, and I've gifted gloves out. I've signed gloves and gifted them to people. It's one of those things, man, where like and then my old club brothers came up with this saying, WWSD. WWSD.
What would Solo do?
What would Solo do, man? He gonna ride through the night. He gonna be there. It's like, is he go? Where's Solo at, man? Don't worry, man. He gonna be here. He gonna be here. So when them boys from Texas gave me that, man, I'm like, you know what? So when my brand of gloves come out, I will be coming out with my brand of gloves. I will be coming out with them because I want to be a true inspiration, and it's gonna be WWSD. What would Solo do? And you got to put it in, man. You got to get it in. You got to ride that shit, man. You gotta. You know what I'm saying? Don't come at me on no one hit quitter, one hit wonder, one hit a quitter. No. I want to see consistency. That's what I want to see, consistency. You know, anybody could do something one time, but let me see you back it up. Let me see you continue to do it over the years. Put those miles in. Get out and travel cross country. Go see your club brothers. Go visit. Go everybody annual to the point where nobody's gonna. Well, is he gonna be here? I was always proud of that. That was probably one of my most proudest thing about being in the MC. You didn't even have to ask, was I gonna be there? Even if I rode in an SOB right off the road, hand me a Dahuru water. Hand me. You know what time it is. I'm just getting here. But when you ride in a club, man, you get off work. Like I tell everybody, your time starts Friday at 5 p.m. If you get off work at 5 p.m. to whatever time you got to go to work Monday morning, that's your time. If you want to get out there and ride from the time that I get off to the time I got to be back in, that's your time.
Yeah. Work and stay the course.
And the office, and I go back and reiterate the office. Where that come from for me is when I'm in the saddle, man, when I'm sitting behind those bars, that is my office. That is my workplace. That is my cockpit. That is where everything happened. The music my elevated music that I listen to, that when I'm feeling good, I'll post a song on social media, because I want people to sit there and say, well, if Solo's riding, this is what I'm listening to. This is the moment that I'm in. I'm not a real big content creator. I don't do a lot of videos and stuff like that. I'm more of a picture guy. Capture the moment. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let your imagination just take this picture to 1,000 words the way it makes you feel good. That's why I've always been with it.
Where haven't you been? Where haven't you been that you want to go, KSolo?
There's a couple of small places. That I want to go. And I see people like Tone. I see people like Reef. I see people out there getting it in that's going to places that I haven't been yet. Small places, and it's not necessarily, I've been all over the country. It's things that I want to see for myself. The world largest this, or some not a Power Ranger, but what is it? The Optimus Prime, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Things that I want to see, the big blue whale. So for me, when I ride the Four Corners, I try to take everything in between. Like this last trip, I got off, I deviated. I went to Boston, seen some things, to the store of 90. I stopped in Chicago to the store to Route 66. And me and Reef had a conversation about Route 66 next year. That is the 100-year celebration. We're going to put something together that we're going to invite people to come out and ride the east side and the west side with us and take our time and do a group ride and say, let's do 300, 400 miles, but we're going to stop and enjoy and see the sights of it and celebrate it. So I stop and I see things, places that I want to go, places that I've been to, the Badlands. Get off of 90, go ride through the Badlands that'll bring you right back to the 90. Stuff like that, man. So that's places that I haven't been. There's places in Florida that I haven't seen. I like the Brick Highway down there. I want to go see that. The other couple of places that I want to go see. Now for me, it's places that I want to go see. And now me and Mr. Dennis Joyner are going to be getting to something that we're going to be announcing at the RTE, which is going to be exciting. I think it's going to be exciting. I think for the history buff out there, I think for all those people that's looking for African-American highway history without kind of like letting it all out, it's going to take you back in time. It's going to take you back in time. It's going to make you feel how it felt to travel back in a time where we had to duck and dodge, where we couldn't stay here, where we couldn't stay there. It's going to take you back in time. Okay. And we're looking forward to it. It's going to be something exciting coming. Okay. But Doc, I've been on this thing running my guns now for about an hour and a half. Do you have any more questions of me, man?
No, not at the moment. I just want to say kudos to you. I just really want to say congratulations to you, KSolo. Celebrating your 10 years, 11, but 10 years official Four Corners tour, and just celebrating you and all of your achievements that you have been doing. You are an inspiration, and we do inspire because of you, and I'm here to say it. So thank you, KSolo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Doc, man. And I'm looking forward to us having a couple more of these episodes, and I'm looking forward to seeing you so we can have a sit down at the RTE. Folks, make sure you come to the RTE this year. We're going to be celebrating our 10th year of Reef and I coming together, breaking bread, fellowshipping, inviting others to come and join us. And I want to send a shout out to my brother Sharif Al-Sadiq, man, for all that you've done, for helping me ride, to all the people that supported me riding, for the people that supported me on the the Hoka Hay, for the IBA, for the IBA. You know, we have over 100 certs. Over 100 certs. We want to thank everybody that supported us over the years, man. And please come to the family reunion, the Reef and KSolo official Ride to Eat family reunion this year. We're going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas. Like I say, it's going to be a great time. We always have a great time. The weather should be good. A lot of people are going to be coming. A lot of first timers are going to be coming this year. But our old heads, we want to make you feel right at home. We want to make you feel right at home. T-Bone the biker, our road captain, Jay, our road captain, are going to be taking care of us. So, you know, it's a great event. It's a great event.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
So, Doc, I just want to thank you for coming on tonight.
Yep.
Yes, in the building. So, Doc, how did things go today where you were at?
Oh, today I just was handling business.
You had a good day?
I did. I had a wonderful day. I was handling business all day long.
That's what's up, Doc. That's what's up, man. Once again, how can people find out more about your organization and what you're doing?
Hey, you can go to the website, www.thesacinc.org, thesacinc.org. You can see me on Facebook at Sankofa Achievement Center. And definitely check out the website because I have my charity weekend that's coming up in March that I do every year. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some new faces to come out and support education and achievement. Yep.
Nice. That's what's up, Doc. Well, all right, Doc, I know you're just getting at the house. Go ahead and get yourself situated. I would definitely be talking to you soon. You know, I got to hear it one more time because you are what?
I was in the building.
I love it, my sister. You take care. You have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Oh, man, folks. I just want to thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to just share this ride, this journey with you. Kind of share a little insight about KSolo, how I get down, a little bit about my ride, because I've always been private with my riding. You know what I'm saying? We say, oh, you think you on secret mission. It's my ride, you know, it's just been my ride. And so with it being my ride, I just kind of like to handle it like I handle it. But folks, I just want to thank y'all for joining me tonight here on Trip Talk. You know what we got coming up. We're looking forward to seeing everybody. We can't wait to see everybody. Make sure you're in the house. And I know some people got a little gun shy because the host hotel said, hey, we're going to charge you one night. Well, folks, don't let that one night deter you from a great time. Don't bail out before you even know. The weather may be great. The atmosphere may be great. Everything may be great. All the stars may align for you to be there. And you just going to bail out. You're going to jump out before you even get any turbulence. And I don't think $140 going to break any of us. And all of us pretty much own a $20,000 motorcycle. But listen, folks, I just want to thank you for joining me tonight here on Ride with KSolo podcast on Trip Talk. I love it, man. I love it. And if you know somebody in your area that you want to highlight, that you want to bring on the podcast, that you want us to just go ahead and give them roses right now, you want to go ahead and let them shine, by all means, folks, get in touch with us. Let us know who they are, how we can reach out so we can get them on the show. All right. I just want to say good night to everybody. You know I got the patches. If you want a patch, they're $10. Hit me up on the inbox. I got you on the patches. I got you on them. I sent out 30 today. I sent out 30 patches today already. So they're going like hotcakes. So if you want one, you better get one. If you think there's going to be some down at the RTE, I may have 5 or 10 down there. So if you want a patch, you better get at me on the inbox. All right, folks. Hey, man, I've enjoyed you. Thank you for tuning in with Riding with KSolo, the podcast on Trip Talk. You have a good night. Stay blessed. And always remember, aspire to inspire, be legendary.